So you have nothing?
No, I didn't do nothing to her. No. Tomorrow we're gonna find out.
It's been a while since I talked about ghosted, but this episode crossed my mind a few times and I just thought it'd be fun to talk about it. So grab your popcorn or any other snacks or go ahead and start that activity and let's get into this. Well, I guess I should explain what the show is for those who haven't seen it before or haven't seen one of my videos. So two people who were friends, romantically involved, or whatever it is, they became estranged when one of them decided to cut off all contact. The hosts, Rachel and Travis, help the person who was ghosted find the other person and hopefully get some answers and reconcile. In this episode, Brittney is looking for her best friend Shay because seemingly out of nowhere, Shay blocked Brittney from everything and moved to another town.
Give us a little background about like when you guys met, how you met.
We met like 4 years ago in a VIP section at a club, and we started hanging out. We have girl days, and then people started to ask us, "Oh, y'all best friends?" So we took it and we ran with it. We was out. We was at a dinner. It was me, Crystal, Taj, and Shay. We was all there. He wouldn't think nothing about it. Like we out enjoying ourselves, and then later, Shay gone. She disappeared.
So you texted her that night or the next day?
Actually, I called her that night. I went to voicemail. Then I went to go look on social media. I was blocked.
That same night?
That same night, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right. I even tried to go past her house 2 weeks later, and she moved.
So you don't even know if she's in the city?
No.
So the day after the ghosting, do you try reaching out to any of your guys' mutual friends?
Yeah, they said they was blocked.
Damn, I don't know what y'all did, but Shay made it known that she wanted her space.
Hey, you can back up a little bit. Oh, wow.
I can understand blocking one person, but the whole group? Maybe she thought all of them were betraying her and she just did not want to deal with it. Now, to be honest, even though it is wild that she was blocked by her best friend, there's a reason why I can understand Shay blocked Brittney, and that's because Brittney can be a little bit possessive, and maybe that rubbed Shay the wrong way.
Were y'all talking about anything at the dinner that may have like...
I mean, I was talking shit about her friend Beck.
Beck. That's the name?
Yeah.
Your face.
Your face.
It says it all.
I just don't care for the girl.
Yeah, what's the history with that?
I don't like new people. They hang out a lot. They used to leave me out of, and I used to always wonder, like, why? It was always us two. We didn't need nobody else. It was like Beck was stealing my best friend away from me.
Was Beck at the dinner?
No, Beck wasn't at no dinner.
Okay, Brittney's possessiveness with a side of jealousy is low-key understandable and relatable. I can understand being close with someone to the point where y'all feel inseparable and feeling a little weird when a new person comes into the circle because you don't know what kind of energy they're about to bring. They could be an evil spirit in disguise.
Uh-oh. What? Her spirit bit me. The venom, the poison. Her venom hit me right here.
Theatrics aside, Shay is her own person outside of her friendship with Brittney, and she's allowed to have other people in her life. If Beck had shown signs of being the kind of person who is shady or rude, then I would understand why she dislikes her so much, but if it's just her jealousy, she needs to go ahead and just let that go. Another person whom Brittney thinks is the reason why Shay ghosted her is Greg, who is Shay's baby father, who is someone that they all used to hang out with. Before doing anything else, Rachel and Travis sent a message to Shay to let her know that they're trying to get in touch with her, and they started coming up with some theories. The first theory is that Brittney is just way too territorial as a friend, and Shay wanted to avoid that kind of behavior. Even though I did say I can understand feeling that way, it is a red flag when someone acts like they own you and you can't have new people around you. The second theory is that Brittney may have some history with Greg, which could have driven a wedge between the two of them, especially since Shay was about to have a baby with him. Honestly, there could be something there because Brittney didn't mention Greg's name herself. Why did you bring him up?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
The final theory is that Shay was done with the party life and just wanted to embrace motherhood fully. I guess that theory could make sense as the entire friend group used to go out partying often, and Shay just decided that that's something that she couldn't do so much anymore. The first person they visited for answers about what could have happened to Shay was Crystal, especially since she was at the dinner party that night when Shay blocked everyone. Now, the way that Crystal described Shay, you would think that they've never been friends.
Well, you know, I haven't talked to Shay either. I mean, she hasn't talked to any of us.
Do you know why?
No, I don't. I'm guessing because I'm still friends with Brittney. So, I don't know.
How long have y'all been friends?
We've been friends for years.
So longer than she's been friends with
Years.
Shay?
I met Shay through her.
What's your opinion of Shay?
Well, she's not really are good friends.
Have you ever told Brittney before how you felt about Shay?
Yes, Brittney knows I tell her the real. She's like jealous of Brittney. Brittney is a beautiful girl. She gets a lot of attention from guys, and she's dealt with her friend's boyfriend.
Wait. Shay's dealt with your boyfriend?
No, I don't think Shay.
You're so great.
Shay don't do that, please. Oh, I never heard it.
So you don't think that she would like deal with somebody?
No, I don't think so. She wouldn't do that.
Well, let me go ahead and pop these on because that was some straight shade with messiness.
Messy? Messy. I don't know. Messy's not really sitting right with me.
Now she said that girl was a homewrecker. But Crystal's comment about Shay prompted Rachel and Travis to ask if Greg had been talking with anyone else in the group and if that could have caused a falling out between them. Crystal said she had no idea if anybody else had been talking to Greg and just left it at that. Brittney stayed behind with Crystal as Rachel and Travis did a deep dive through Shay's Instagram, searching through her photos and her following list for any clues. The third theory that they had about Shay wanting to get away from the party life after becoming a mom was quickly debunked when they found photos of her out and about partying and enjoying herself. Along with that, they see that Shay has been posting about her baby, but one person who is not on her account at all is Greg. Now, this man's name has been brought up so much at this point because it seems like he definitely has something to do with Shay's ghosting. But Rachel threw out a new theory since they saw that Shay did not have him anywhere on her Instagram account.
You know, we've been assuming that Greg is the father because that's just what everybody else has been saying. But they haven't talked to her, so they don't really know if Greg's the father either. And Greg's nowhere on her page.
I agree. The baby daddy could be anyone, right? There's no tags. It could be Brittney's ex. It could be Brittney's crush.
And what did Crystal say? She has a tendency to steal other people's marriage.
Yes.
We don't know who the baby daddy is.
We don't know who the baby daddy is.
Shay's got secrets.
I mean, that theory does have legs. Everyone has been assuming that Greg's the father, but what if it is someone else? That new theory kind of makes the ghosting a little bit more complex because now there's this new mysterious person that no one else could know about. But still, it doesn't really answer why Shay decided to cut contact with everyone else. Unless this new mystery person is a control freak, then we need to worry. The next day, Rachel and Travis met one of Shay's and Brittney's friends, Taj. Taj had known Shay before Brittney even came along, but they found out that Shay has secretly been having a friendship with Shay even after she blocked everyone else. But it looks like Taj may have some answers since she has been in contact with Shay.
We found out that Shay still follows you.
Right. And Brittney found that we were with Brittney. Shay still follows Taj.
That is fake as
So why are you keeping y'all's friendship a secret?
It's not that I want to keep it a secret. The thing is that we were all best friends. So Shay and Brittney not being friends for whatever this reason is, which I honestly don't know, I was forced in the middle of that. So they stopped being friends. I asked Brittney what's going on. She told me to pick a side. So that's why I am hiding that I follow Shay and that I'm friends with Shay on Instagram.
I'm sorry, pick a side? Who does she think she is? This is when I started to get a little suspicious because if you say that you have no idea why you were blocked and you maintain your innocence, confident that you have not done anything wrong to her, why are you telling someone else that they need to pick a side? I get that there could be some anger there and you could be like, since it's fuck me, fuck you too. I am guilty of having that thought sometimes. But wouldn't you tell the friend who's still in contact with the person who ghosted you that you're just hoping that you two can get back in contact with each other so that you can work out your relationship? That's just a little suspicious to me. I don't know.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Oh, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Although, I'm not even surprised that Brittney told Taj that because it falls in line with the narrative of her being a possessive person. Taj said that she did ask Shay why she stopped talking to Brittney and she was told to mind her business. Well, damn. Excuse her for trying to figure out what's going on. But also, you do not have to tell me twice so we can leave it where it is and we can both ignore the elephant in the room. Taj explained that the reason why she reached out to Shay was to be in Shay's baby's life and help with him. And that's the reason why she doesn't really rock the boat with asking questions about other people and why she's no longer talking to them. Travis and Rachel also reached out to Beck, but she was not exactly on board with the situation at first.
Hey, this is Travis and Rachel.
Hi, this is Beck. What are you guys doing?
Oh, okay.
We get it. Hey, Beck. Listen, we know that we're kind of randomly reaching out to you. We got your information from Taj. We're doing a show with MTV about ghosting. A girl named Brittney reached out to us because she's trying to figure out why her friend Shay ghosted her. And your name came up because we thought maybe you have some information on that.
Are you kidding me, Brittney?
She really misses Shay, and she's desperate in trying to find her.
Look, all we're doing...
I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. I cannot stand her.
Okay.
Well, we
Are you with Brittney right
now? No, we're not with Brittney. Look, seriously, if we can come meet up with you right now.
Because I don't want anything to do with her.
Damn, what the hell happened between the two of them? Honestly, what I would give to be a fly on the wall to see how they tolerated each other while everyone was hanging out together. I'm just saying there has to have been an argument between the two of them before, right? I'm just surprised at the amount of animosity they share for each other. Is kind of wild. Anyway, Travis and Rachel met up with Beck, and I think they were scared of her. Up to this point, everyone they met got a handshake or a hug, and they did not try any of that with Beck. Travis straight up asked Beck if she's the reason why Shay ghosted Brittney, and she says no.
But you don't like Brittney, right? I can't stand her, but I don't have anything to do with her. But why? Well, I think that Brittney is just a little possessive. Like, she doesn't want Shay to have, like, other friends. But she has a million friends. So...
You think it's a double standard?
Yeah, like, it's like, don't do this, but I can do it. So it just didn't, like, I don't like her.
I get that when you have a best friend, the expectation is that there's someone you can go to for everything, but no one person is going to handle every need. Like, you can have the friends that you want to go out and party with, or the ones that you need to hang around when you want to chill and relax, or those who are better for times when you're feeling vulnerable and need a shoulder to cry on. I mean, don't treat them like that's the only purpose they serve to you, but you get what I mean. Also, Shay's a grown-ass woman, and she can meet as many people as she wants. Travis had asked Beck if she fears that maybe one day Shay would do the same thing to her and ghost her out of nowhere, and Shay replied saying, "No, because I'm a real friend."
Girl, what's going on?
Shots fired, no blanks, confirmation without saying much. The last thing they said to Beck is if she could let Shay know that they're not weirdos and they're just trying to get in contact with her, and they appreciate it if she would reach back out to them. With all the answers that they currently have, Rachel and Travis met back up with Brittney while she's at work to give her the breakdown. They told Brittney about Taj and how she just hopes that her friends can reconcile with each other, and when they mention Beck, Brittney's face gets scrunched up and she gets very defensive.
We just left Beck.
We met up with her.
Beck claims that she knows why she ghosted you. She wouldn't tell us. But what we did get her to do was she agreed to tell Shay to try to get in touch with Rachel and I, because so far all of our efforts have been useless. She said that they are still best friends.
Yeah.
You know, they talk regularly.
They're not best friends. They is not best friends.
What makes you say that?
They not best friends, because I said it. They not best friends.
Look, I just want to make sure if we are able to bring you two together, that the pride thing doesn't get in the way of what we're trying to accomplish and all of this work that we've done.
They not best friends.
I mean, no disrespect, but are we back in elementary school? I'm so sorry, but it's just so childish of her to keep repeating it like that. Just because you keep chanting it like a spell doesn't mean that it makes it true. Coincidentally, for a reality TV show, Shay had just texted back Rachel and Travis, but she said that she wants no part of this and just wants to be left alone. With Shay coming in a little hot, Rachel thought it'd be better if she spoke with her alone to try to convince her to speak with Brittney.
Brittney knows what she did. I don't want any more drama.
If you don't want any more drama, isn't it good to just like sit in front of her, tell her why you ghosted, get it all out there, and then after that you can decide what you want to do. But then y'all both can have the closure that you need.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm interested in doing anything like that. I have my son now, so I don't have the energy to entertain any unnecessary drama, and Brittney is drama.
Brittney really, really wants to be a part of your son's life. I know she said she was supposed to be the godmother, the aunt. I mean, I feel like if you guys can just see each other and just talk.
If I agree to come tell you why I ghosted her is it okay if you guys are there? Because I don't want to be alone with her by myself.
Oh, yeah. No. We wouldn't put you in that kind of situation.
Brittney's glad that she'll have the opportunity to sit down with Shay, but she's just really confused about why she's been ghosted. I already said that I feel a little bit suspicious of Brittney, and for Shay to say that Brittney knows what she did just reinforces that suspicion. Best friends usually talk things through, but for Shay to just drop Brittney like it was nothing really means that Brittney fucked up somewhere. All of this is still blurry, but questions will be answered when they sit down for the confrontation. The next day, when Brittney and Shay sit down to talk, Brittney starts out by saying how nervous she is, as she feels like there's been so much time lost since Shay ghosted her a year ago. She says how she just wants to be able to repair their friendship so she can be back in her life and her son's life as well. She brought up Beck asking if she had been talking shit about her, and she brought up Greg asking if he told her to no longer talk to Brittney anymore. Before getting to Shay's response, Brittney has been assuming that it is always someone else's influence guiding Shay's decisions, but she never assumes that maybe, just maybe, she actually did something that probably offended Shay. I'm just bringing it up because you can do unintentional things but still hurt people. I'm just wondering, did it ever cross her mind that there's a possibility that she actually did do something? Well, Shay's about to tell us.
We had a lot of fun times together. Used to do everything together. But I don't have time for drama anymore. I don't have time for bickering, the whole talking about Beck. Beck's my friend. So at the end of the day, everyone has to respect her. We're all too old for the petty, catty bullshit. It was never that I was trying to replace you. It was more of I thought that I was able to have other friends too, like you were able to have other friends. Beck didn't do anything to you that you ever
I'm a straight say that we don't like new people. But you
and that's fine, but I do.
I'm so glad that Shay brought that up and defended herself and her friend in that moment. Taj made a little comment when she spoke to Travis and Rachel about how Shay can be self-centered. Was she sure she was talking about the right person? I don't personally know any of these people, but that description seems to fit Brittney just a little bit more. I understand they're best friends and they are important in each other's lives, but it just seems like Brittney was centering herself way too much in Shay's life. I'm assuming that Beck and Shay started hanging out a little bit more, and she also was coming around the friend group a little bit more when they go out, and that probably led Brittney to think that time was ticking and she was about to be replaced.
Do you know you have 30 minutes?
Are you kidding me?
30, yes.
Honestly, that just shows me that Brittney didn't feel secure enough in their friendship or in herself if she was thinking that she was about to be replaced. I kind of think that's a feeling that's way more common than we think, because our insecurities can manifest in that way. Respectfully, it's not Shay's or anyone else's, speaking generally, responsibility to handle your insecurities. I hope there was reassurance that reminded her that she was loved and cared for by her best friend. But the jealousy and the possessiveness are things that Brittney needed to work on for herself and figure out where that's coming from and why. Shay confirmed that Beck had nothing to do with the reason why she ghosted Brittney, and I feel like at this point all of us know what the main reason was.
Beck's not the real reason why I ghosted you. I think you know why I ghosted you. You try to go after my man, Greg.
What? No, he f***ed up. He went after me first.
That's not what the text messages say.
Did you read all the text messages?
I read them.
Shay, what was Brittney saying in the text messages?
What are you doing? Come see me at work tonight.
Shay, if you would have read all the text messages, you would have seen that nothing happened. I'm not even that type of person.
Brittney, I went through Greg's phone.
Okay.
And I seen this picture.
Shay, can we see the picture?
Sure. Her in her bra.
Well, that's some damning evidence right there. I can't even lie. You're cooked, Brittney. In Brittney's defense, she never knew that Shay and Greg were dealing with each other because Shay was being secretive about who she was seeing. And when she was texting Greg, he never mentioned him getting with Shay, even though Shay was pregnant at the time with his baby. That's some scandalous ass shit right there. Brittney said that she stopped communicating with Greg as soon as she found out that he and Shay were dealing with each other. And Brittney was encouraging Shay to call Greg right then and there to confirm what she was saying. Now, I would just describe what happened, but I need all of y'all to see how this small part played out.
Brittney, did Greg tell you that he was with Shay?
No, he did not. And you should know me to not go for a guy that you deal with. You should know that. As soon as I found out, I stopped it. I ended. Like, that's what happened. That's the truth. Call him. Get him on the phone.
I can't
call him. Why? Why can't you call him?
Because he's in jail.
Y'all are gonna say that I'm horrible, but I laughed. Not because he's in jail, because I can imagine that is something very difficult for Shay to deal with, but just how everyone else reacted to the news. Who would have thought those were going to be the next words coming out of her mouth?
Who would have thought? Not me.
So now we know the real reason why Shay ghosted Brittney, but it's still looking a little bit messy, especially because neither of them decided to communicate with each other about the text messages. First of all, the real villain here is Greg. He had to have been well aware that Shay and Brittney are best friends, and he knew what he was doing. He probably was gassing himself up about how two best friends wanted him and he was going to play both of them. Wild thought, but it'd be so crazy if he was trying to get both of them pregnant at the same time. If that were the case, that's a psycho behavior. I'm saying this as a man. Men ain't shit sometimes. Now with Brittney, yes, nothing happened, but I feel like she still should have said something to Shay after finding out that she was with Greg. I understand her being afraid about Shay's reaction, but if what she's saying was true and it was a genuine mistake, she did not mean to speak with a guy that Shay had already been dealing with. Brittney said that Shay had been talking to plenty of guys at the time, so there's really no way she could have known that the two of them were talking to each other. But if that's the case, why didn't you ask Shay or anybody else in the friend group if Greg had been talking to one of them? I don't know. I'm just thinking that if you know that everyone else knows that person because y'all run around in the same circles, wouldn't you ask your friends to get the all clear before carrying on a conversation with him, just to make sure he's not speaking to anybody else? But I feel like she knew she did something wrong, because all the times that she brought up Greg's name but failed to mention that they have spoken more intimately before. Okay, with Shay, she was not upfront about her relationship with Greg. I think I understand where she's coming from with wanting to keep that relationship on the low, because maybe it was a situationship that hadn't been yet defined, or she doesn't feel the need to tell her friends who she's dealing with every time she meets someone new. Shay was saying that Brittney should have just known who she was dealing with because as her best friend, she should just be able to tell. What? Brittney is not a mind reader. If you never explicitly stated that you and Greg were together, how is anyone supposed to know that? Granted, Brittney did stop talking with Greg when she found out that he was the father of Shay's baby, which is a very good thing. Shay is entitled to be upset as she wants to be about the situation, but in Brittney's defense, she really did not know until it was too late. What would have saved them from all this trouble is if both of them just didn't avoid talking about the text messages. I think Brittney was betting that Shay was never going to find out, and that's why she just kept quiet about it. But it feels like this was always going to come to the light eventually. We get to the part where they decide if they want to go their separate ways or rekindle their friendship.
Okay, Brittney, what did you decide?
I decided to make up because Shay, I miss you so much. I missed out on a lot of your life. I want to be there for you. You're going through this situation with Greg. And you know, this is the tough part on me. I'm willing to put my ego to the side and try to be cordial with Beck and be there for you. The Greg situation, there's nothing there, Shay. Nothing.
I decided to make up. I miss my best friend. I definitely need you right now while I'm going through what I'm going through. I'm willing to put the whole picture thing with Greg to the side. I want you to be able to be in my son's life, and I want us to just get back on track.
I just want the same thing. I just want the same thing. We just want the same thing.
Your hair looks pretty.
See, that's what real friends say to each other. Your hair looks
This situation was wild, but I am glad that they decided to become friends again and work on rebuilding their relationship. 2 months later, when they check on Shay and Brittney, they're doing much better and having lots of fun again.
A lot has happened. We've gone on a few vacations back to back. We had a lot of fun.
Brittney, have you met Shay's son?
Yes, he's just so cute, and I can't stop picking him up. He's just a nice little baby.
You guys look happy.
We are.
Look at you, you're in sync. So how is it going with Beck? Brittney?
I mean, everything's going fine. I have invited her out recently.
We're proud of you.
Yeah.
She's making progress. Yeah.
Well, ladies, it's so good to hear from both of you.
Yeah, we're really, really happy that you guys are back together.
Thank you guys. Yes, thanks guys.
I can't lie, their friendship is really cute and I hope they are still besties till this day. Thanks for joining me to talk about this episode of Ghosted. I hope you had as much fun as I did. As I said, this show had been on my mind, but I feel like I already covered most of the really good episodes. This show only has 2 seasons with 17 episodes, and I think there's like 2 or 3 more episodes that I find interesting enough to cover, so be on the lookout for that. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and you can check out my other Ghosted videos in a playlist that I'll link on the screen, which also has the videos I did about Catfish. I had mentioned this in a post, but I think my next video will be about the show Awkward. I used to love this show when I was a teenager and I feel so excited to cover it. So imagine how happy I was when plenty of you said that you agreed that you want to see me cover it. Another show that I talked about covering was Faking It, which is another show that I loved when I was a teenager. I had done a video about Faking It like a year ago. If you're interested in seeing that, you can check that out as well. It'll be linked on the screen. But a video about that show will be coming as well. I just gotta remember which episode I left off covering. My next video shouldn't take me too long, but until then, make sure to take care of yourselves, do some nice things for yourself. Goodbye.